this sermon for tonight, this homily for tonight. They obviously had heard that's what I did, and each table must have been prepared before I got there, and no one shared too much. They said they wanted it to be short and quick. So all I got out of it was that. This class, when I first arrived in Berwyn back in June of 2001, we're just leaving the lower school and going up. Or no, they were going from 3rd grade to 4th grade. So they had just had misconduct, and they were taking a deep breath and moving across the hall. I've watched them, I said, I've watched them grow and mature. They're a very special class. They're enthusiastic. They're certainly individualistic. But the one thing that I came to realize with them is that what we do here in this sacred space means a lot to them. They're not afraid to sing, even though sometimes the fellows, when they sing, the voices are starting to crack. But so what? Let God be suffering with it too. They're not afraid to pray. They're not afraid to smile. They're not. One, his happy memory was when he graduated from kindergarten. Others with things like the fun fair and the harvest festival. The sports. The letter people. That was a big one. The letter people. They thought they were swell. Perhaps when you get a little older, you can go to Becker's School Supply and buy yourselves a set of them. Either that or you can come back, take the old ones with you, and give the kindergarten a new set of them. Some suggested that the thing they remembered the most and enjoyed the most were taking part in all of the plays. Others talked about all of the many different kinds of projects that the teachers tormented them with and gave them to do. But they enjoyed it, but they didn't want to tell the teachers that they enjoyed it. Some suggested that they really remembered and liked the DARE program. Others suggested what they really liked was on First Fridays when I picked on the old people in the back of the church. Others talked in terms of their happy memories were the sacraments that they received, of penance, of communion, of confirmation.
Good evening, Father Trader, Mrs. Thompson, faculty, staff, family, and friends. I would like to thank everyone for coming here tonight to celebrate the graduation of the St. Monica School class of 2006. Everyone in this graduating class has worked extremely hard, and your presence makes this ceremony even more special. When we started here at St. Monica, everything was new and different for us, and we did not know quite what to expect. We were brand new, as Mrs. Smith would say. During our years here, we have done a lot together, from our first communion in 2nd grade to our field trip to Washington, D.C. a few weeks ago, which was led by our 8th grade teacher, Miss Burkhart. We have experienced a lot of changes, like a newly renovated school building. Because of the hard work of people like Mrs. Thompson and many others, the new school was ready for our 8th grade year. Along the way to where we are today, some other students have joined us. In 4th grade, Kevin Raftery came here from Chicago, and I am very grateful for that. Kevin and I have tried our best to convert some mixed-up Penn State fans, like Mike Sandler, but he still fails to recognize Notre Dame's superiority. In 5th grade, Allie Roman came to St. Monica School, and just last year, Gemma Hoffman came here from Florida. These people have helped to shape the personality of this special group. This past fall, with the help of Mrs. Gumbar and our art teacher, Mrs. Ron, we created a watercolor painting that captures many highlights of our time together. This piece shows that when we come together, we can make something that is truly unique. This painting hangs in Mrs. Wingeter's 7th grade classroom. Mrs. Wingeter has not only taught us literature and grammar, but has opened our minds to music and art. In addition to Mrs. Wingeter, every other teacher in this school has taught me something important since I came here in kindergarten. In 1st grade, Mrs. Norton taught our class to use marshmallow feet while walking through the halls. Miss Commons taught me my times tables, and I will never forget that 8 times 7 equals 56. I am also proud to say that as I stand in front of all of you here tonight, my shirt is completely tucked in. Thank you, Mrs. Bull. It is not just the teachers, but also the members of the staff who make this school great. For me, one person in particular makes a mediocre day seem better, and that is Mrs. Hunter. Mrs. Hunter is the most patient person I know, and I am glad that at the end of my announcements, I got to see her almost every day this year. These people have taught me a lot about myself, but they have also taught me how much the members of this school community really do care about you. They truly want you to succeed and support you in all of your activities. There is no better example of this than the plays which we put on each year. Without the parents who spend hours on costumes, sets, and everything else, the show would not be anything like what you saw a couple of weeks ago. Of course, it always helps to have someone like John Cavalletti as the lead, along with everyone else who performed in this year's production of Fiddler on the Roof, like Molly, Teresa, Jenny, Megan McBride, Bridget, Megan Peeler, Allie, Abby, Nick, and Claire. Thanks to the help of Mr. Orman, Mrs. Capoletti, and the director, these talented people were able to further develop their skills. However, other people in this class participate in school activities that are not acting related. For example, Emmett plays striker in soccer, forward in basketball, and pitches in baseball. And Meredith dedicates a lot of her time during the winter to cheerleading. Yet, there are still other people in this class who have a lot of talent. Unfortunately, since they do not do these activities at school, we cannot fully appreciate their accomplishments. Megan Peeler dances, Gemma Hoffman swims, and Megan Murphy is involved in drama outside of St. Monica. Luke plays football, and Matt plays lacrosse, and Chris Norton and Joey do gymnastics. These people put a great deal of time and effort into their hobbies, and I think it is only fair that we recognize their achievements. As we leave St. Monica School, we are ready to go to high school. It will be a big change because this is a very small place where everyone knows everyone else. However, as I leave here, I feel prepared for the challenges that will be awaiting me in September, and I'm confident that everyone else in this class feels the same way. Having said that, I believe that we will all miss something about this school. We all have a lot of memories of things we have done with our friends, like competing with Chris Puccio in every activity known to man. Or sports like baseball, which enjoyed its first winning season in over 15 years. Everyone felt excited about our baseball team's resurrection after a 13-year hiatus, particularly Mr. Bennett, our science teacher, who took time to come to our meetings. Thanks to these memories, we have built up strong friendships, and I'm sure that we will all stay in touch over the summer and for years to come. In conclusion, I would like to say that there is no other group of people with whom I would have rather spent the past 9 years of my life. Thank you.
I'd like to welcome all of that graduation night 2006. I know your parents are wondering, how could this be? They're saying to themselves, wasn't it yesterday I was combing her hair, tying his shoes? How fast the time goes by. Your parents are probably not ready for tonight, but you are. You have the foundation, both spiritually and academically, to move on to the next phase of your life. You are so ready. I did today, Father, ask the teachers for some words to describe this class. We didn't have that. Didn't even talk to each other about it. Here's some of what they had to say. Interested, curious, willing to work, hard workers, John Capoletti. Molly Fenimore. Emmett Filippelli. Teresa Dunbar. Christopher Grant. Gemma Hoffman. Jenny Kuhn. Meredith Laboon. Matthew Martellucci. Megan McBride. Megan Murphy. Christopher Norton. Bridget O'Neill. Megan Peeler. Christopher Puccio. Before we announce the graduate female athlete who shows up for practices and games, gives 100% effort, a team player who demonstrates enthusiasm and respect for the game, teammates, and coach. This year's recipients are Emma Filippelli and Molly Fenimore. This year's recipient of the Religion Award is Mary Zoller. And a strong sense of personal responsibility. This year's recipient of the Good Citizenship Award is Teresa Dunbar. Acceptance of responsibility. This year's recipients are Chris Grant and Bridget O'Neill. Principal's Award exhibits Christian qualities of respect, concern, and kindness to all. This year's recipient of the Principal Award is Megan Murphy. After college, Katie went to work with UNICEF at the United Nations, and then she established her own foundation, Katie's Kids, to help children with malignant brain tumors. Katie passed away in 2000 after a 10-year battle with a brain tumor. Tonight, in her memory, is honored by our school as we recognize a graduate who demonstrates these characteristics: integrity, enthusiasm, intellectual curiosity, and a sincere concern for others. We are happy to present the Katie Grant Award to Molly Fenimore.